and if my testimony doesn't matter, I'll post the video publicly later, proving the facts. Um, I, I, at this point, I believe after explaining the exemption of the service animals and knowing that you personally have told me that my service animals weren't welcome in your court and other courtrooms, I believe this is a bias, and I will appeal if you don't find me not guilty. Not this courtroom, the other one, sir. The other court, the one next door. Ms. Perkins, would like to make an argument?
I'd love to make an argument, Your Honor. Thank you. So one thing I will indicate to the court, Your Honor.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, hold on. Since you're under oath, I am going to ask you a question that I should have asked. You keep on referring to these dogs as service dogs. I am curious, what specifically, what training have they undergone? What tasks have they been trained to perform as service dogs?
I have. I usually prefer not to speak about my disability,
I'm not asking you
but
about your disability. I'm asking specifically what training have those dogs undergone?
training for mobile assistance. I'm legally blind in my left side, and I also have back and hip problems. So when I
You're telling me about your disability. I'm not asking you about your disability. I'm just asking, like, where did they get training? What training have they?
Oh, I train them, and they're the third dogs that are recognized in multiple courts of my training and my abilities. I've been training for, I believe, more than 25 years, and um, two of my service animals have won multiple lawsuits, whereas to say my dogs were recognized in multiple courts as service animals that has never been questioned of their ability until today.
Ms. Perkins?
Thank you, Your Honor. The city would submit that they've met their burden of proof under Newport Ordinance 6.08.050 restraining ordinances. Clearly, that statute or that ordinance titled restraint of animals indicates in the first two subsections, no owner shall fail to keep or cause to be kept his or her own dog or other animal under restraint at all times or permit the same to be at large. And so it talks about that the dog has to be under the immediate physical control of a responsible person. I would indicate to the court when Officer Kelly was testifying, he testified credibly and explained that the situation that happened on 314, that these two dogs gotten away or out of the control of Mr. McCarthy. And I would also note to the court, Mr. McCarthy's own statement, which will be on video and recorded, he indicated, quote, even though I wasn't in control, end quote. And while testifying in front of Your Honor a few minutes ago, he also indicated that Officer Kelly's testimony was, not sure of the terms he used, but he said that the animals were off the leash for no more than 30 seconds. So the city would submit that it doesn't matter if it's one.
He said less than 30 seconds, closer to 15.
Excuse me, you don't get to say what you want to say whenever it pops in your head.
Sorry.
That's not how this works in this courtroom. Ms. Perkins.
That regardless of the length of time, that clearly these two animals were outside of the control of Mr. McCarthy. I would further note that under the statute, Rhode Island Statute 36.02, which talks about service animals, it indicates service under subsection C, service animals. It says exceptions of public accommodation may ask an individual with a disability to remove a service animal from the premises if, quote, the animal is out of control and the animal's handler does not take effective action to control it. The reason I say that, an additional, animal under handler's control. The service animal shall be under the control of its handler. A service animal shall have a harness, leash, or other tether unless either the handler is unable because of a disability to use a harness, leash, or other tether. And I would note to the court this because Mr. McCarthy seems to be under the impression that somehow service animals might be excluded from the Newport City Ordinance 608050. And I would submit to the court that that's simply not the case. The city has met its burden and proved that these two animals, even for a short period of time, and quite frankly, Your Honor, just in the 3 hours I've been in this courtroom this afternoon, which is what, May 11th, I've noticed at least 2 or 3 times myself that these were not under the control of Mr. McCarthy, these two dogs. And I would submit to the court that it's met its burden and would ask that Mr. McCarthy be fined $500.
Mr. McCarthy, you can make an argument if you'd like.
In my defense, the officer said the service animals were not maintained under my control for less than 15 seconds. He said 30 seconds. And he said 30 seconds, maybe 15. I quote the words he used, sir. And in understanding that, like I said, the federal ADA clearly explains service animals exempt, and in the exemption explanation reasoning that they made the law, it was explaining in public access places like a park, this is where they should be able to practice off-leash training. Now, she also made reference to my service animals abilities in this courtroom. Can she state anything that has happened? I could see on your film here right now that after being here for 3 hours, they are up and playing while I am distracted, as to explain another part of the federal ADA, explaining while you're distracting me, if my animals are being distracted, that is textbook reasoning. And also, it needs to be understood, she's explaining their right to exclude service animals from a public accommodation. If you go on to the second part of that exclusion she was explaining, it's not a permanent exclusion. That exclusion explains that as soon as the animals are able to be brought back under control, they're able to go back into that business, said place of accommodation or public access. Has to say, she's explaining that she believes, reading it without finishing the second half of the federal law, that service animals, she explained that service animals are allowed to be removed from a public accommodation and not able to return. If you read the second part of the federal law she was quoting, where it doesn't say they're not able to return. It clearly states as soon as the animal is able to come back into control, that person is supposed to be able to accommodate it in the same public accommodation.
Are you just going to rant, or are we going to talk about the events of March 14th? Because that's what the trial is about. If you're arguing that the federal law precludes the city from enforcing its ordinance, I can tell you I don't agree. The ordinance is state law.
Judge, just so you know, the dog doesn't have a collar.
And he's still maintaining right here where he's supposed to be. Can you put that back on? Stop playing. And then just another reference. Both of their leashes are loose enough that they can take them off and run away at any time to prove that they're trained to be.
Right. I think I've heard enough.
Can we stop? Yeah.
McCarthy, get your dogs under control.
No, come back to place right now. Place. We've been here for 3 hours and we've had enough. I was distracted. I was distracted by you while my service animals were playing, sir. And I didn't correct it. I apologize that I didn't correct it. Stop. Because, like I said, that is the textbook example of the federal law that we're explaining right now.
Again.
Pulled it off right there. You pulled it
I
off.
did not pull it off. It was falling off. You need to maintain control.
You just pulled the leash off of the
Control,
face.
Mr. McCarthy.
You just pulled the leash
I
off
did
of
not
the
pull it
dog.
off.
Yes, you did. You pulled the leash off the dog. Please don't steal my service animals. If I could just pay, if I could just pay whatever fines. Please don't steal my service animals. I promise. I won't let them. I won't let them play in public ever again. Okay, please, sir. Please don't send them to the kill shelter. Please don't send them to the kill shelter. Okay.
That's it.
I'm asking just not to send them to the kill shelter, please.
Stand up. Stand up, sir. Stand up. All right. Stand up. Okay. We have to put the leash back on the dog. Again. Then we will use two.
Snowball. Yeah. Please, sir. I apologize.
He gave you so many options. So many options.
Things to freeze.
That, but I have to loosen this one up.
Please, sir. I was only trying. I wasn't trying to obstruct, sir. Please forgive me.
Where's your car? Do you have a car here?
You have a car? No, I walked. Hey, I don't even have a cuff key. I don't have a cuff key.
I apologize. I was overwhelmed. And they were distracted, please, sir. I'm only asking for the mercy of the court not to send the dog to the kill shelter.
I'm going to loosen this one up too. All right, that one's good. Stop moving around. I'm just, I know.
You just checking the cooks to make sure they're not.
I think I might need a doctor, please. Please, sir, I think I might need a doctor.
We're going to stand you up and we're going to walk you outside.
I'm not supposed to.
Matthew?
I'm not supposed to be this overwhelmed. I think I need a doctor, please.
Then we need to stand you up and walk you outside either way. Do you understand?
I don't think I should move, please. I'm going to faint. I think I need a doctor, please, sir. So.
I'm working on that one.
Medical conditions.
That's why they're here.
Maybe the best thing for you to do is be quiet for a minute.
We're getting
Just be quiet for a minute.
This is how you got into this place in the first place.
Yes, sir. They were excited because I needed to calm down.
You're excited, more excited, right?
Yes, sir. They were trying to get me to stop. I wasn't listening. I apologize, sir.
Press them out. Work the breathing, okay? That's right.
Can we work on just exiting the room? And we will call you arrested.
They were getting excited and he was trying to go to the door.
Hear anything, Mr. McCarthy.
He was trying to tell me to leave.
Sort out yourself for a minute.
I was overwhelmed.
Okay, you keep talking. Our officers son of police. Okay, all right. Here we go.
Please don't put my dog in the kill shelter.
We're not putting them in the kill shelter. God, we're not animals.
That's where the shelter is.
It's not a kill shelter.
Yes.
And they don't do, it doesn't happen like that.
It's an
It's
animal.
not, it's
They
not.
did, you guys didn't notify them last time and they almost put down.
No.
You guys didn't
They
notify.
don't just put the animals down.
Let's start walking. Let's talk more walking. Yeah.
I just don't want you to fall. But you need to breathe.
Sit down.
I can't wait to tell you, okay? I'm
Sit down. Sit down. Sit down.
When I get overwhelmed, the blood pressure squeezes my aorta and it makes me It makes my legs go numb. I can feel them, but it hurts.
I mean, we can walk right here.
Alright, just say set, I'm gonna let them, you guys.
It's how I'm gonna leave this situation. I'm gonna leave the room because I knew I was overwhelmed and I didn't need to do this.
Well, the judge gave you
I'm not understanding the cops were doing their job. I know it didn't look good. He was trying to get me to leave the situation because he wanted to be escalated. That's how the dog goes to work.
Alright, you wanna stand up and we can walk out of the
Just
door?
give me 1 second. I have to.
I need to see a doctor.
Okay, we can get that for you. But we gotta get down the stairs to do that,
I
alright?
see you getting overwhelmed. I can't believe the room, that's all.
No. Thank you.
Alright, fella, the sooner we get you out of here, the sooner we get you to the doctor, right?
I need to see a doctor.
Yeah, but they don't see people on the staircase.
I'm telling you,
Service.
I get overwhelmed, the blood starts pulsing and my legs start going numb.
Alright, just give me 1
So
second.
you're saying you can't get down the stairs?
They're not gonna bring a stair chair in here, you'll have to walk in. But we'll get the rest of it.
Well,
Just need to calm down, please. Really hot.
okay. Well, just,